Friday night. Here we are. We are witnessing FFR Irongol Heavy Metal Championship. My name is Woo Dang Woo. And on my right is the wheels to my woo, Danny 383. How you doing tonight?
As excited as you sound. This is gonna be good. This is gonna be real good. Two of the best players we have in the community going head to head with some very interesting, crazy flags that only they're crazy enough to play in. I'm real excited about it.
I am too. And for anybody that doesn't know about any of the history between these two runners, probably two of the top 10, top 5, if you want to say, runners here. I see Cheesenator that's in here. He's another amazing runner. Well, Spellzapp and Crab Cakes were essentially 1 and 2 in the spring tournament. I'm not going to give full disclosure on who won or anything like that. I'm not going to spoil it because you can look it up on YouTube and find out. I don't want to spoil it, but 1 and 2 in the spring tournament of 2020. So kind of a rematch, kind of not. Anyways, it's heavy hitters. We're going to get the party started. While we release the runners, I'm going to let Danny do it because I think she's in charge of it anyways. I guess we should talk about the flags a little bit. As you can tell, 2 forced. Thief, White Mage with Blurst. Blurst classes. So with the Blurst classes, they're essentially... Sorry, I'm trying to look this up. So the Thief has gotten Black Magic and is able to equip the Excalibur. There's no malices or negatives. And the White Mage is able to get an extra 2 level 1 magic points. So they'll essentially have 4 magic points at level 1. And they'll have an extra plus 10 vitality to start. So that White Mage is going to have a lot more, or a decent amount more HP by the end game. So the Excalibur, pretty nice weapon if it rolls plus, because we also have the Blurst weapons and armor also. Danny, I know you're kind of working the background, but we got a required war mech, and as you can see, entrances, floors are shuffled, dungeon entrances, towns are deep. We got fear, harm 2, wall. Cake, look.
See, now you see, this is all the proof anybody need that Dang rolled this and I did, and we have quick at level 1.
That's all you need.
Yep.
Is that keep spell? No, I thought maybe it was keep spell permissions. I'm like, oh, that's evil. I didn't even see that.
I think that might be one of the very few things I didn't click on this flag set.
So as you can see, the Blessed and Blurst classes, I will give a link to it and I will kind of explain it for anybody that's on YouTube and stuff like that that don't know anything about it. I will get into it eventually here. Looks like Spellzapp's going to take the early thing, going to try and gain some levels here. I like the play. Looks like, oh, by the way, so we should talk about the how should we say this? The HP distribution of what's going on. So enemies, these random enemies like the bones and the crawls, can go anywhere from 20% to 500%. Huh. What kind of evil sadist runners do we have that they want that kind of spread?
Maybe they just thought they were going to be bored tonight and wanted to have something to do for a while.
Hey, I'm okay. 20 to 500. And the bosses are 100 to 200 on, their stats. But it's 200 to 400 HP for bosses. And as we can see here, Canaria, once you get through the Marsh 2 or the Marsh second basement, leads into Tiamat's floor. But they can't take on Tiamat because, well, required war mech? I guess we could go with the cake? The 3 in 256 chance?
I mean, I'd say it's possible. You never know. I've seen stranger things happen in these races.
That's true. That's very true. Crabcakes gets the bad news, finds out that is the Bridge of Destiny. Zombies are not playing nice, but Oh, looks like they rolled about 200 HP. We're going to try another Lit 2 cast. Oh, we're going to survive. Oh, nope.
Oh.
And the poison kills
Almost.
Dan on Spellzapp's side. That's something you don't see very often.
He almost got away with that 1 HP. Oh,
He almost did.
he tried real hard.
So Temple of Fiends leads into Dwarf. We have 32 shards we have to collect. This is Chaos Rush, so we don't need the loot or the key because we automatically get it, but we still have to get to the shards to get in there because they're not for free. There's a lot. I'm gonna kind of talk about it as we kind of go into this. There's a lot of flags and a lot of things that I kind of got to explain to everybody there. But as I was getting in with the Blurst and Cursed, as you see the plus minuses, weapons are plus 2 damage or minus 2 damage. It's plus or minus 3 hit and plus or minus 3 crit for every point. Armor is plus minus 1 on every slot except for the armor slot, which is plus or minus 2 absorb. It's a little confusing at first if you're kind of understanding it, but it's very obvious once you kind of watch it and learn it and play it once. It's kind of the new thing, Danny. I have to admit, it's really taken over. I know it's not new anymore, but it's really kind of taken over. And Wildham, our developer, came out of nowhere and did the Blurst classes, which has been another huge success. So, and as you can see here, yeah, right. Simultaneous canal and herb finds. Everything is loose. We have randomized treasure. Everything is loose. Nothing is incentivized anywhere.
So, speaking of loose, we have another one now. We have the adamant too.
Right? And we know where Dwarf is. So we have deep ends, or the dead ends, that are mixed in with our entrance and floor shuffle, which adds, let's say, a disappointment, because you could go 8 floors down and just run into a Cardia empty, and all you can do is talk to a dragon that says, haha, this is the end, how you getting back? Crab cakes that you just seen there on the right hand side ran into ghosts, which are nasty enough with their original attack power, basically became even more powerful and hit for about 300, so no bueno.
Yeah, just right before that on Spellzapp's side, he ran into waters on a tile, and they also hit for almost 300. Apparently everything today is just real mean and wants to knock you down very hard and quickly.
Oh, now here's something that's always good to find: mermaids.
Especially early.
Oh yeah. Generally with entrance and floor shuffles, I don't remember the exact thing, but you can run into dwarves, you can run into the mermaids floor. Oh, hello, iGrind. How dangerous are you today? Oh, Oxyel, it's a good thing we're already underwater.
It's just making sure you can stay longer.
We were running out of breath. It's a good thing we found that Oxyel. Hooray!
Okay, so on the other side of those chests on Spellzapp's side, we found, well, I was going to say possibly a kinder tile so he can use it to check what's in those boxes, but he wiped, so maybe I was wrong. Opting to say, well, we'll check those boxes later.
There's a crystal find. We did find Matoya, but that was on Spellzapp's side, so Crabcakes doesn't know where that is. That was the old dwarf location, if I remember correctly. So she's got a bunch of turn-ins that is available. Ooh, Quad X shirt. We don't know if that's a white or black shirt, plus a mute shirt.
Yeah, that Quad X shirt, right now, depending on what they run into with it, can be kind of handy. It'll take out anything that is under 300 HP.
Yep.
Which I'd certainly be real happy to see.
300 HP or less. Yes, as long as they don't resist the death element. So what do we got going? Oh, Frosties, that's a potential. Remember, the HP of these monsters are anywhere between 20 and 500% of their vanilla HP and all their other stats. So we were able to quad X Frosties. That's nice to find. Spellzapp finds Provoca. Level 2 magic. Our thief can learn it. We have Brack, Lit 3, Temper. Hello.
Those are all spells I'm going to be real happy to see. At level 2 and right now. Oh, and Life 2 and Exit. See, level 2 is just real nice to them today.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't real easy getting there because it was down a couple floors and the left side of C-split. But it kind of rewarded you once you got there.
Not to interrupt you, but Crab Cakes made sure to talk to the Hooray Dwarf. So, hooray! So, Pirates.
I have a feeling we'll
3
be seeing a lot
hits?
of hoorays
They're
today.
so
anytime
weak.
they're in there.
Look at these Pirates.
It's about time something in this seed hit week.
You mean to tell me we might actually have a chance against Pirates? Oh yeah, it's not the buff Pirates. I was really hoping for buff Pirates. Darn.
I played with that flag once. I don't like that flag, it's mean.
Yeah, but we got cake, it's fine. We got cake, it's fine.
Okay, you might be right there, but it took me 3 casts to fade to get down Pirates. That is not okay.
Okay, so we got Iron +1. We obviously can't equip that, but there was a Wood +1, but we found some waters. That's not good to find. So to kind of just touch on more of the flags of what is going on here, the MDEF growth is inverted. So what does that mean for our runners and our light warriors, essentially? Well, the Thief and the White Mage now have an MDEF growth of 3 instead of 2. So kind of big later on because these guys are going to get up to level 50. The runners are going to get up to level 50 more than likely. So that's an extra 50 MDEF added, or almost 50 MDEF added to all of the light warriors. And we turned in the crystal. That gave us money. Thanks, Matoya.
Got money from Vicky. So I guess they're just like handing out cash today, all the NPCs. They're like grandparents on Christmas once you get a certain age. Don't know what to give you, so they just give you money.
That's what we need right there, Frosties. Because we know we can quad X them all day. Great find. If we can grind on that, that's great to start. Gain some levels, gain some traction. Yeah, and as Classic Gamer points out, wraiths are hitting like the vanilla. Oh my goodness, Gerpieds. So the wraiths are hitting like the vanilla ghosts. Ghosts are just, I don't know, semi-trucks, I guess? I don't know. They just... Bye, Zoe.
Oh my god.
Nice knowing you, Dan.
I don't think I've ever seen a feed hit for so hard before. That was well over 300. Holy moly.
Mages, there is no way this is going to go badly. Oh, good. They're over 300 and they got crack.
Over 300 HP and they got cracked. Fantastic.
Good times.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm smiling real big now, and it's not because they're suffering through this, it's because I didn't roll it, so if they get mad, it's at you.
I mean, we got a coral +2. See, and they got exit to save it. It's fine. Oop, there's an eye grind. Let's do this.
Those are colorful.
Activate cake straight. Oh, wait, no. I think it's resistant. Yeah, it's a nice shield. It's fine. There's no way that this could go badly. Oh, she doesn't have the quad X shirt. So we're going lit 2, hoping they rolled low. That 20% chance, unfortunately, doesn't. Hits very hard, so they rolled up at least on their attack power. Spellzapp's made it down going into this. He's Gimps and Gurrimps. You know, I'm actually kind of terrified looking at that because I don't know how much those imps could hit for.
And given everything so far, And even like normally you see that on a tile and you're like, this is fine. Today I'm not so sure it's fine.
Gur Imps with 2 hits. Gur Imps with 2 hits. Perfect. But Spellzapp's up to level 9, so he's actually looking pretty good. Crab Cakes, I think, is falling a little bit on the heel of things, but she's found a lot of stuff too, so she's going to be able to turn in. There's the Quad X shirt. Ooh, there's a tasty double Frost Dragons for Spellzapp. We can kill those. There it is. So, more experience. Level 10, double digits for Spellzapp. Looking great.
Yeah, I think one of the things that's going to benefit them most right now is getting levels so that everything that hits hard isn't quite as punishing.
If this is Quad Xable, okay, I'm not even going to say anymore. Never mind. Carry on, folks. They're not Quad Xable. We're just going to carry on from that one.
It's like the game heard you and decided to answer back with a resounding no.
I look, with 2 characters with a Quad Xable fighter, these 2 runners are going to take that and just be level 50 inside of like 30 minutes, okay? I'm just saying. There's a TNT. We could turn that in. Crabcakes hasn't seen about the Frost Dragon's low HP, though she has died probably a bit more than Spellzapp.
Oh, what's on this one? Oh, no.
It's fine. Iguana with Frost. It's fine. Flurple +2. Okay.
Place down. Many more to go.
Right. So nothing's incentivized. No location's incentivized. All the treasures, all the key items are shuffled. The only thing we really require is the 32 shards here. Because it is Chaos Rush. The only exploration difference so far is, Danny, correct me if I'm wrong, but Spellzapp hasn't gone to the old Provoca. Crabcakes has. So
yes.
Exploration kind of lead goes to Crabcakes of sorts. Well, I get kind of, because I think she found a couple key items that Spellzapp hasn't found.
I think she might have just a slightly based on that. However, she did just leave ice without completing it, and there was at least an item or 2 there. Whereas Spellzapp didn't go to the Provoke area, he has completed ice and has now made his way to like the Elfland town castle area and kind of knows what's there. So if there is a lead on either one, it's so slight that I'm not sure it makes a whole lot of a difference right now.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it's definitely a very close. I mean, we're only 16 minutes in, but just trying to, spice it up a little bit. Try to, add a little drama to it,
Well, we just found a boat in a box, so there you go.
A boat in a box.
A boat in a box.
Wait, these guys have mute touch? Oh, that's right. They randomized attacks. Oh, joy. A boat in a box and mute touch. Gee, there's no way fiends could just roll nasty against us. There's no way.
Never.
No. But either way, us the fans, we get to enjoy it. So you know what? I got some popcorn. I'm sitting back, relaxing, talking to y'all. My name is Dangwoo. If you missed our intro, I'm Dangwoo. That is Danny3883, the wheels to my woo. And you know what? We didn't even introduce or tell anybody the tracker that's pushing the 1s and 2s in the background. DVS. He's back there. Thank you for doing it for us and hanging out with us.
Yeah, DVS, good dude. Great tracker. We're lucky to have him on crew tonight.
Shh. Don't say too much, okay? His ego is already big after he beat me a couple times in Irongol, okay? Let's not make it any bigger, okay? I can't handle his ego. No, but
Hey.
seriously, great.
Yeah. I'm up for giving, like, the people we have. No offense to any other community who may be watching, but our race crew, best crew, and I will give them all the praise in the world because they kick butt all the time at constantly doing crew things for these races. So
we found a cute hat or a ribbon. Spellzapp's found it. That was in Earth Floor 4, bottom left room, just before the liches. Ooh. So that's great to have, obviously, resistances to all elemental spells. And, well, dragons hit. Red dragons say ice dragons are easy, but Spellzapp flashes the Vorpal. The Vorpal does nothing, and he wipes out of it.
trying to scare him away, like, look at my shiny sword. And that red dude's like, yeah, I'm not impressed.
So
Punch in the face.
he tried to cast a fear, right? He's got the fear spell, but since he didn't have it on the or you know, he didn't want to actually cast it. So instead, he tried to cast it with his Vorpal. But the red dragon said, "I ain't afraid of that. Next time, bring me a real sword, and maybe I'll be afraid."
Gang, we're trying to cause fights with people in chat talking about swords.
Look, no. I like the Vorpal. I'm all about the Sorio grind. Hello there.
Simultaneous comms. Woo. Like, ooh.
Right? Quadexable?
Oh, no.
Okay, maybe not so much.
Okay, let's not show him the Vorpal. We know that doesn't work.
Show it the Vorpal. They're always afraid of it. It's fine, we have cake. There's no way that this could go badly. The heal potion.
Dan. Turn order, please.
The heal potion with enemies that are hitting for triple digits. Perfect.
Oh no. Well.
Uh-oh. Zoe, a hope and a dream. Crushed.
Yep. Well, Crabcake's got her boat and said, we're going exploring. Has opted to leave the inner sea. Headed to Melman and found Topher.
She did, but she forgot, she didn't have the house, so we're gonna try and cake. Cake works. Oh, look, just as planned. The cake boss, Dangwoo, that's me, says, Garland, see you in the past. First time casting every time. We don't have to worry about the boss's HP of 200 to 400%. We got instant kill spells. And for anybody keeping track, I hope somebody's keeping track. There has been a lot of deaths.
Yeah, there has. I say I'm not gonna put that on the tracker because boy is he already tracking enough this seed.
I think you could track more. Because I'm not tracking.
I mean, that's an argument that could be made. After getting a real good look at these flags, I'm a little happy that I'm no longer the one who's tracking and ended up doing comps.
Oh, see, look, he's already trying to he's already tracking other things. Number of times I tried to insult him. 3 now. See, he can't even keep track. He's already miscounting. It's like 4.
4. Right. Oh, and another tile that would be like, oh, this isn't so bad. But right now, everything is kind of bad.
And we found some good weapons. We have the coral sword we can use. We picked up a flame sword +5, but the problem is we don't have... We can't equip it because he's not a ninja.
Silver +4 bracelet, though. That's a pretty good find.
Yeah, we just need to find it. There's the red fire hydrants. They are not quad-Xable, but Brack does pretty well. Takes them out. That's a good little bit of experience for free there. One good thing about having one of the highest... Katana +2. That's useful later on. At least it rolled plus. Many people in the FFR community swear that the katana never rolls positive. Well, it rolled positive today.
Sure did, and on a seed where it's gonna be useful. Oh.
Sea trolls and sea snakes. I think most people will go with me. The sea snakes almost always roll really high HP. I don't know what it is about them.
Yeah, that lit 3 hit that sea snake for, I think it was 200 some, and it still wasn't quadexable.
Oh no. I'm pretty sure that thing is going to be close to 1,000. Yep, it's still not dead.
Holy moly. Well, alright then. This is going swell.
Yeah, cremate too.
Yeah, Crabcake's having just a tiny bit better luck over on the rod-locked floor of Earth 3, which we found in Titan's East.
Nachos? Are we eating nachos today? Nope.
Nope.
They got over 400 with 4 hits. Perfect.
And I was like, are we eating nachos today? No, it was the other way around.
Every time you run into one of those in nachos, it actually turns your light warriors into nachos. How the turntables have turned.
Found Northwest Castle in Earth, which may be a place we need to check later, but is not a place that's doing us any good currently.
Yeah, so it is, I mean, you know, you and I are doing a lot of commentary of kind of what's going on because let's be honest, this is the most volatile of probably the entire run right now. Because A, they're low level, they don't have the gear, and they're still trying to get a feel for what exactly this seed is tossing at them. And the princess says, here's a heirloom an heirloom that has been passed down for 2,000 years, an expired soft potion. Thanks, princess.
Real helpful.
But yeah, so you know, we're doing a lot of the, you know, talking of kind of what's going on, but one of the big things is we need to find a spike tile we can gain levels on so we can, you know, kind of make progress without constantly dying and having to reset. Now, obviously it helps. We found Crescent now. We can buy the houses, we can buy heal potions, pures, cabins, you know, all this camping equipment, maybe a couple decent armor. Buckler +1. Hey, the thief can equip that, I'm pretty sure. Hey, Faye, that's White Mage learnable. We just got to get to level 16 to be able to cast it. But it's possible.
Crabcake's finding... Oh, goodness. Finding the crown, and it just found Northwest Castle, so not sure it's gonna, you know, wield anything, but I have found it, and that's nice.
A lit 2 defense. Oh, there's a floater! But we can't get it because the Ryokan Desert is not open. So we're teasing them.
It's like the game said, hey, you know one of those 3 flags you didn't click? Have a floater. My little for your canoe.
I'm all about the teasing of our runners, you know? I don't like to make it too easy. I let them, you know, get the floater, you know, think that they can get in the air and then crush their hopes and dreams. I'm not saying I'm evil, but I'm evil.
Maybe just a little bit.
Hey, look, I'm not the one who...
You said it in a way that sounded like you enjoyed it way too much.
Hey, I'm not the one who rolls blazing arachnids and all this other nasty stuff, okay? You know, I like to gradually up the ante. You just toss it right away. You say, oh, we're going to Marsh? Man, we got some nasty stuff right there.
Hey, I've never once done that on purpose, though. I know not what happens when I put in the command and roll a seed. And for the record, if it makes anybody who's ever played one of the awful things I've rolled feel any better, I play seeds that I roll for practice all the time, and the ones I roll for myself are not any better.
And that's her secret to Final Fantasy Randomizer right there. She rolls her own seeds, and that's the reason why she knows how to play with awful, awful seeds. So obviously, we should, as Crabcakes is gonna, I believe, going to the northern docks. Yeah, she's over by Ordeals now. She's gonna go visit the old Onrak location. She doesn't have the canoe, so she's hoping that the old Onrak location will have something. Maybe with the canoe.
And just taking a bit of a boat trip.
Yep, she's got some turn-in. She's got that herb turn-in. If we find Onrak, that is available. And, Sky Floor 4. So a lot of chests here. Money, always good. Jewels. Hey, there's a ruby.
Ruby? I'm starting to get a little tickled at how many times they're both finding loose items at the same time, just different ones that just pop up on the screen.
And then they get wiped out by something, and then they have to go re-dive it and find it again. Oh, yeah.
I mean, that may have happened a couple of times, sure.
That's a lot of tense.
It's happening a little less often, though.
I see Crabcakes is trying to corner the market in the tent.
Hey, it's a backup plan. If all else fails and this goes wrong, just open up a summer camp.
That's very true. I mean, Crabcakes obviously has a money in the bank, however you want to call it, in the wrestling terms. Basically, whenever she had time, she could challenge the current champion, which happens to be Spellzapp, because, well, he's undefeated. He's been undefeated for a long time, so she finally had some time, said, I'd like to cash in my money in the bank, and now this is why this is happening. So they came up with their own flags, and so far, I gotta admit, this seems like a pretty fun flag set, especially with the Thief White Mage.
Yeah, and she found the rod, and she is the one who found the rod-locked Earth 3 floor. So,
it's Bahamut!
And there you go. And we had free tail this seed, so hello, class promotion.
Class promotion, hello. And Spellzapp's finally able to leave the inner sea. Gets the canal. Now we're able to equip some stuff here. Actually, some decent equipment now we can equip on that ninja. So looking pretty good for Crabcakes now. We still haven't found the canoe, so I'm trying to. Oh, Warvins with cracked, though. That's not good.
This seed just keeps on giving, doesn't it, though?
It's all for our fans out there. We do it for them, or well, they do it for them. We just do it because we like to talk and pretend like we know what we're talking about. Vampires doing vampire things. 2-hit vampires. Perfect. Where's Maldo? You are most welcome. I enjoy doing commentary, especially when I get to do it with Wheels. Danny383.
Hey, I gotta admit. I don't do comms often, and that's because it's not the most comfortable thing I'm most comfortable with, but I always do have a lot of fun doing comms with you, so.
And our tracker just pointing out there, CC needs to go to Marsh for progression. I tell you, you know what? That DVS guy, he's really on top of it. I appreciate him. You know, I would say maybe he should, like, whisper it to us, but, I mean, I'm not really paying attention to that channel, so.
I've got it up on my phone, and the list of things he is taking notes on is lengthy. I'm doing a lot of scrolling, but it's much appreciated. there's a lot of things going on in this race, and he's helping keep everything straight for us.
It really is. And, you and I have been talking, and I know I'm going to go back and kind of just point out things, but there's a lot of small stuff kind of going on with these runners. There's a lot of experimenting to see the HP values of these enemies, because if we find a spike tile that has frost dragons, we can now know that we can quad X them. We can use that as a quote-unquote grind tile. We know there's an eye grind or an eye tile, which is, one of the higher experience fights. We don't know what their HP value is, but we can use it. So, I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on. There's the Quad X shirt. Crabcakes remembers that. Question in chat by Burt Reynolds. Do you think either player takes notes, or do you think they try and remember everything? If I had to guess, maybe slight notes. Very slight notes. I think they're just that good that they just remember it. They have just that good a memory. I think McGreglypuff is another one that has very little notes he takes, even during floor and entrance shuffle. It's kind of crazy. I was going to say, it's kind of crazy to think that the runners are able to just remember where everything is. I lose track after like 2 minutes.
Oh, same. Like, I cannot play something like this and not at least take some notes. I know from co-op, Spellzapp, for those who don't know, is my co-op partner. When we do co-op, I'll be honest, we take very little notes, and that's because he's real good at remembering things, and I'm just like, okay, wait, where was that again? Where is the thing I need to go? And he will remember it, and I won't. But, so I'm sure he's probably taking notes on, places that he's going to have to go back that may have things that he'll need to remember. But a lot of notes, probably not, because like Dang said, these two are really, really good. So having to take a lot of notes, I wouldn't be surprised if they're not taking a ton.
We found an adamantium house. Crabcakes had already found that, so that's exciting. Trying to think of... Yeah, that is one nice house pointed out by Burt Reynolds. The Bandit. That's an expensive house. Probably won't blow over at any point.
I was gonna say, I bet it's really sturdy.
And then we find out that Matoya is cheap. Gives us a 765 gold reward for her crystal ball. Spellzapp actually holds on to it. Crabcake said, see you later. Spellzapp, is he going to go towards the eyes and test them out?
He might be trying to.
Great line there, Danny. Great line. Well, he was trying to.
That's kind of what it looked like, maybe. Although, I don't think he was able to check those boxes before. I think he wiped before that. So he might be going back to check them just to make sure he didn't leave anything there.
Okay. Well,
I know CC got past the tiles there and was able to check and see what was behind them. And I don't remember there being anything super important.
So 172 damage already. Quad Xable. So 472 or less. 472 or less, because that's all. Oh, nope. That's probably okay.
Oh, okay.
We can do this. Big find by Spellzapp. Lit 3. At least one cast, or at least 2 casts plus a Quad X will take them out, even if Lit 3 low rolls twice. We can take out some eyes, and we've got some levels coming here.
Just need real good turn order.
Just real good. So he's going to Brack. That's got a good chance. And eyes have less than 300. We casted Quad X when it didn't have any damage, and it hit. So 300 or less.
We can do the thing.
And Brack, because of the accuracy on Brack, is amazing. And gee, I wonder if maybe these two runners, because they are great runners, just instantly said, "Hey, we should go over to the eyes because they're amazing." Both of our runners are gonna hang out, high five, and grind up some experience here. And
Now,
because we have the exit.
see, the one benefit that Cece will have if she does a bit of a grind here as opposed to Spellzapp is she's already class changed. But with the... I take that back, because with the thief already being able to learn magic, it doesn't really matter. I don't think much.
No, the ninja has black magic spells. Literally can cast all spells that a black mage can learn, so...
Worst is so good when it rolls in your favor.
I mean, especially on a thief. And asking in chat, what's the play here? Well, Spellzapp, I think as Danny just pointed out, we already have black magic spells available. We don't have anything that's ideal once we get into promotion, so it doesn't really matter. You could take it for however long you want. Level 30's probably pretty good. Maybe level 40. I think Spellzapp's got the katana, so only problem is Spellzapp's got to get a promotion to be able to use the katana.
Yeah, he took he full cleared a lot of places in the inner sea where Crab Cakes, because she had the canal and she got the ship, she opted to leave and kind of explore a little. So he took longer getting out of there, but full cleared all those places. So now he's back kind of now exploring, well, here probably before long find Bahamut in class change, whereas she's kind of now back where he was doing some places that she left unfinished and getting levels on the eyes. They're kind of just swapping back and forth.
They are. And the one difference to kind of go along with what you're saying, Danny, is the fact that Spellzapp's way better off on levels. He's got the ribbon. He's got level 16 right now. You see the 300 HP on both the thief and the white mage. So we can take some shots.
Although Cece's right there, she just hit level 18. I think she might be here for a little while. So if that's the case, she's gonna leave here with much higher levels.
Oh yeah, for sure. But I just meant that, because Cece had to check these at a lower level.
Oh yeah.
She might have been bounced out of it.
Yeah, she did have a few times where she had to check a few of these places a couple of times just because, like you said, she was at a lower level and had a rougher time getting through than he's going to. That, and he has exit, which she did not have. So anything like she found in some of these places, she had to walk out, whereas he has exit, so he's able to clear a lot of these places once he gets through faster.
Oh, exits. How it makes it so easy to save items.
Such a good spell.
Wizards, 4 hits.
Oh
my goodness. Okay. Bye, Spellzapp. So, Wizards in the vanilla game, real terrors in the early game, block the vanilla crown chest in Marsh Cave. Always hits hard. Obviously, with the randomization that we've done, they hit even harder. They've essentially doubled their hits and hit, what? With triple digits more? With 200? It's fine. There's nothing wrong with the Wizards hitting for 4 hits for close to 200.
no, it didn't work out terribly at all just a minute ago.
If only he had a thief to run. Oh, he did. It's just too bad it went down in 2 hits.
It just got confused about what it was supposed to be doing is all.
So Crabcake's finally finding Provoke, I hear. Gonna get the life to an exit spell, so something that you point... There's the canoe.
Oh.
We have the floater. We're in the air, boys and girls. Oh, yeah.
It's not marked on the tracker, and I didn't see it. Cece did not check that chest when she was on the rod locked floor.
Yeah,
she
I mean...
checked this floor before, and then she later on found the rod on Sky 3. So she hopefully will be going back there, but yeah, she did not check that.
I think she got bounced out. You know, kind of the thing that you and I were talking about is just the low levels when she went in. And I remember her running into those wizards because there's a lot of nasty things down there.
Yeah, and she hasn't found Crescent yet, so she doesn't have her flutter rate either. So even though I think she might have a teeny bit of an exploration, just a bit on Spellzapp, he's about to be in the air.
Yep. Now, with entrance and floor shuffle, sometimes being in the air early is bad, but at 43 minutes, I don't think you can say anything bad about it because our runners have pretty much cleared everything. But sometimes when you get in the air too early, because of, let's say, a quote-unquote, the jet seat, or when you hop in the air too early, it's really easy to just bypass a lot of entrances. You kind of forget about them.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons, like I was saying earlier, that I definitely take notes. Is I'll just like have like every entrance just written or marked down on a thing, and we'll like if it's something that, regardless whether if it's somewhere I don't need, I'll mark off. But I make sure to just check everyone off so I don't forget anything. Otherwise, I'm sure that I would like forget half the locations and then be halfway through the seed and be like, wait, where do I need to go now? What didn't I do? It'd go south real quick.
Ooh. Cardia, oh yeah, that was the Lit 2 sword, or the defense sword, that was found by Crabcakes earlier. So Spellzapp's got about 12 shards, it looks like.
Yeah.
We need 32. The Fiends give, Carrie and Lich give 2 shards. Kraken and Tiamat give 4 shards each. So that is a total of 12 shards available off of Fiends. Warmech is required, just kind of rehash what exactly is going on here. This is the Irongol Heavy Metal Championship. Spellzapp, the reigning undefeated champion of the world, up against Spellzapp, or against Crabcakes, who used her money in the bank to take on Spellzapp. And this is where we're at. Thief, White Mage, Blurst classes. Craziness. My name is Dangwoo. That is Danny3883 that you just heard. DVS in the background, hitting the buttons. And you, the fans out there, thank you for joining us. And DVS is pointing out that is absolutely correct. If you don't see an icon, but just the name of the sword, that is the defense sword. If you see an icon, that is the Bane sword. So, Danny, what kind of shenanigans have we been dealing with so far in the early game?
Well, we have the Blurst classes, which they rolled really well today. We have the Thieves that can learn all black magic and wield an X-Cow. However, we also have Scaling that has everything that is hit really, really hard, and there's been a lot of dying and bouncing out of places.
Yes, for anybody, yes. If you've been keeping track, if you've ever hung out with St. Fon Jester, hey, there's a key item. Hello, there's a key. If you ever hung out with St. Fon Jester, he keeps a gene counter of how many deaths. Well, if you've been keeping of how many deaths of Dan and Zoe, you might have broken a couple hands trying to count how many deaths there has been, because it's probably close to almost 100.
It's like you would have ran out of fingers and toes at this point because there's been a lot.
Yeah, there has been a lot of different variations of our light warriors getting killed. But
okay, we've got some levels now. We're doing a little better. Things are fine.
And we found Lefane.
We hope.
That was an important find. We found Lefane. Lupa. Since we didn't translate the slab, we obviously cannot speak Lefanish. So we say goodbye and hey, look, if we only had the slab.
Right, I was about to say, if we only had the slab, we could have popped in here, translated it, took a short trip south, and we went and spoke to some lovely Lefanish people.
Ice 3, Bane, Warp, all learnable by that thief, has black magic spells. Blur's classes says, hey thief, you're now a black mage. Sweet. So we're looking pretty good there. Obviously, we would have liked warped a little bit earlier when we went into the ice cave, but hey, it's fine.
Yeah, thankfully Spellzapp had exit, which, I mean, makes it a little better. I think you still want warp for that, but it made ice a little less painful.
Right? You can see there the white mage is now able to cast that non-elemental fade spell. Spellzapp wants to make sure that Dr. Un knows that he's there. And that you, the fans out there, know that that is Dr. Un. Is it Dr.? Yeah. Almost got myself confused. Oh, look, the kindly old king. He didn't even try to attack us. He's so nice. I tell you, you know what? He's a great guy, you know? Hey, Excalibur +4. We could equip that.
Uh-huh. I gotta say, the Blurst rolled real well today. We had that Katana +2, now we got an Excalibur +4.
Right? Can't argue with that at all. And then on top of all of that, oh, the question in chat, have we found Astos yet? So I was kind of hoping that it would randomly pop up in the early game to make it funny, but we have a flag that's kind of been taken off of sorts, can really hinder you though at the same time. It is Astos Shuffle. Basically, the kindly old king encounter is shuffled with any of the NPCs you talk to that gives you a key item. So you could turn it into the king of Canaria, and then you have to take on Astos. He could be the princess.
Yeah, I think Princess Sarah is probably the funniest.
So, always entertaining to see where Astos rolled. I've seen it where the Bahamut blocked class change. So, that was entertaining.
He's like, you want to class promote? Fight me.
Right? So Spellzapp for the third time picks up the Excalibur +4. Maybe should wipe one more time. Go pick it up to equal the +4 that it has. Perfect synergy, or however you want to go with it.
I mean, if we ever made a flag that was like, hey, the more times you have to go get it, the better it works. Boy, he would be in luck today. +4 plus with 3 wipes on top of it.
Yeah, exactly. And I guess to kind of, hang out with everybody that's in, I kind of like that DVS. Yeah, I think DVS and Danny are onto something there. Every wipe -1 blurst. Perfect.
Hey, I'm nicer. I think it was like plus. Like every time you have to go back to get it, like you get rewarded for it. Like if you're working that hard for it, it gets +1. We had similar ideas.
But to rehab. Oh, hey, we got the ruby. Nope, he doesn't have the ruby yet. Only Crabcakes has the ruby. So to kind of rehash the scaling of our enemies and stuff like that, because obviously we've got some newer people that have just joined us. The Gurmadusas, they are scaled between 20% and 500. So that's their HP, their attack power, their defense, their evade. All of that stuff is individually between 20% and 500. The bosses, well, they have a stat of 100 to 200 and HP of 200 to 400%. So Lich 2, for example, has a guaranteed health of 1000 HP because its base value is 500. Obviously, it's 200%, so it's up to 1000. Yay! And then it means so it's between 1000 and 2000 HP. Good news is we have cake, so it's fine. I did math on Twitch. I hope y'all enjoyed it.
Yeah, if y'all noticed, I didn't, and that's because he's smarter and knows this stuff better than I do. Listen, if there's ever a day where I'm gonna have to thoroughly explain how, like, blurst weapons, armor, classes, or any of that stuff works and be correct about it, will be the last day you ever hear me do comps.
So Crab Cake's about to get her floater here by the Circle of Sages. She's got to go back to Earth. Was it Earth or the Titan's West? I think it's the Titan's. No, yeah, it was the Earth location, which leads into where the Rodlock is.
Yeah.
And the
Titan's East, I believe, which led to the Rodlock floor. Because Earth location was Northwest Castle.
Right.
And it was the box right before the vampire behind the spike tile that had the canoe, which she missed her first time there.
Yep, she went in there lower level and had to reset out. We found out that the wizards hit very hard. Everything wants to kill you.
Got gold bracelets and pro rings, both in Gaia. That's always nice when they're in the same place. It's like a one-stop maid shop.
It's always good, especially when it rolls plus. It's always a good thing.
Oh, one of them did.
Hooray! See? I knew it was coming. Hooray! A harm helmet. That's exciting. Yes, those are the vanilla armor shops. They're not even swapped. Those aren't even shuffled. The vanilla, or those, all the armor and weapon shops are the vanilla shops. So Crab Cake's gonna dive down farther. Unfortunately, we know that that's not where she needs to go. But oh, and I guess I kind of, as you can tell here, I guess I can point it out now. The item magic has been balanced, which means we're not going to run into the nuke stick, the defense sword, or anything like that. Those have all been taken out. So no nuke or fade, I believe. Yeah, nuke and fade are taken out. Cake's casted on Lich. Lich resists. Lich, take your birthday cake.
He's caking and waiting. He is playing this just for you, dang.
Look, he's got to believe in it. See, he doesn't believe in the cake. This is his fault.
Well, he's got like 4 more casts to believe a little harder.
All right, I'll let you hit this one, okay? This one will hit. Okay, I meant the next one.
Okay, you need to believe. Okay, you need to believe a little harder.
Okay, Spellzapp, what have you done here? Eat your cake, okay?
This cake is broken.
I have never seen the cake miss this much.
Oh my gosh!
Spellzapp's going to wipe to Lich because he can't hit a cake spell. Yeah, was there a buff Lich? Oh my
gosh!
I have never seen this happen, by the way.
Through every cast he had, and he had like, what, 9 of them?
I think around 6 or 7. It's fine.
It was a lot, whatever it was. Holy moly.
Yeah. By the way, for anybody who knows that, that's about a 30% chance to hit on Lich. And it missed every single one.
Oh, it sure did. Well, there you go. Lich down. Now you got 2 shards for your trouble.
So that is, yep, 2 shards. Two
jewels,
shards.
as we're calling them today.
Yeah, 2 bejewels for the price of 7 cakes and a whole bunch of turns later on to try and melee it down. So, hooray!
Oh.
You know what's gonna be great is Crab Cakes is gonna come over there. It's gonna take one cake,
turn.
and you know why? Because she talked to the Hooray Dwarf more. Hooray RNG.
I do hear that helps.
I mean, Spellzapp talks to the Hooray Dwarf, but he only did it once. And Trance Lobsters with Blizzard. Oh joy. All right, so Crab Cakes finally leaves the inner sea again for the second time here, making her way towards probably the rod lock. You can definitely see that she's got the rod. This is great news. She's already got the floater. She needs to get the canoe that, as my broadcast partner Danny pointed out earlier, it is just before the vampire. Of course, she says, Dingwu, you're talking, so we're going to go in a completely different way. Oh, just wanted to talk to the kindly old king with a silver helmet. Hey, the bottle's for sale.
44,000 gold. I cannot wait to see what that turns into.
All right. For everybody in chat, what is the bottle going to give? All right, I want to hear what you all think the bottle is going to give here. We've seen the princess hand us an expired soft potion. We've got a silver helmet from the kindly old king. We got 450 gold. Okay, so the fairy's got some pocket change. Ooh, Masa -5.
I mean, it ain't great, but your white mage can still swing it, so.
So Crab Cake's going down as Spellzapp is gonna finally get promotion. So we got 450 gold.
Later.
Yeah, right? So we got 450 gold, a slab, Masa -5. We got a saber, and somebody hoping for a pure potion or a large dagger.
Crab Cake's getting her tiny boat. And this time has the rod, so we can get past the vampire, check the box, which we already know, thanks to Spellzapp. Had nothing of much value, and now we can see what's past the rod locked.
I'm in suspense. I was really hoping it was a cart.
Yay! It's Elfwin.
Ooh, what do we got? We got fast.
Fast.
Kind of big, I'm not gonna lie, because Spellzapp may not go there. I mean, since he's already got the floater and stuff. I mean, outside of him going here right after doing Waterfall and Ordeals, how likely is he going to go do that? Because he's checking all these other locations. He might not get fast.
It's possible that he may not, but he does have the rod now. He's still looking for shards, and if he, wants to continue looking for, like, level 3 and 4 magic, I mean, I put a decent possibility on him going back there, but it's not I wouldn't say it's a big possibility.
Yeah, I guess the good thing is it's not that deep, which is good.
Yeah.
It's literally one floor, but it's an interesting thing to kind of, think about is will he go there? There's the slab. We know that Melmon and Lefane are right next to each other, so kind of helps Spellzapp. He might go to the Rodlock now because it's all in that same area.
And to Rock Solid 84 and Chad, who guessed that the fairy would have the slab, sorry, but no slab with the fairy today.
I mean, that would have been really heavy for a little fairy to carry around.
I mean, maybe, but if you think about it, if it had to fit in the bottle with the fairy, it wouldn't have been that big. It'd have been a tiny slab.
Was that a Quad X try on the Chimera? Okay. Spellzapp has all the key incentives.
Yep. That is one thoroughly
it's the Frost
checked
Dragon.
off tracker box.
Right? But look at this grind tile. I mean, obviously we know where the eyes are, but this is pretty useful. We know that they have less than 300 HP like the eyes, but we'd rather take the eyes at this point. Much more experience. Although, I mean, you might as well run into it. I really like this play since he can gain some levels as he's exiting and entering of this room. Crabcakes is checking the same stuff that Spellzapp has done a little bit earlier. Obviously, she's just got in the air. Finds the bad news about the manticores. They're generally a good source of experience, as long as they don't roll too nasty. Spellzapp, obviously on the left-hand side, says, Dangwoo, what you just said, I'm going to go with the Frosties instead.
Yeah, those manticores, like, they had a good chunk of health. CC just said, nah, no thanks, and reset out of them when they decided they weren't going to fall over.
Hey, there's another ribbon. All light warriors are now having resistances to all elemental spells. We're not protected against nuclear, tornado, swirl, slow 2, trance, or anything like that, but we have a better than normal chance of resisting those spells because MDef has been inverted. So we gain plus 3 MDef per level.
Dan and Zoe on both sides have pretty hair.
Well, look, if you're gonna race in FFR, you gotta look good, okay? And a cute hat will do it.
I mean, I've legit raced wearing a hat before, so I'm in agreement.
Do you see what Rubes posted?
A nice snazzy red fire helmet.
Rubes in chat pointing out Spellzapp visiting the Wendy's drive-thru, getting his Frosties.
Hey, now that sounds really good.
And free promotional ad for Wendy's. Thank you, Rubes. You're all welcome. Hope you enjoy your Frosties.
Can cash in on that little FFR advertising. No, I really wish the closest Wendy's to my house wasn't like 20 minutes away.
Oh no, it's so far away.
That's alright, I got ice cream in the freezer. And that is now my post-race plans. Thank you, Rubes.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Rubes.
Cookie dough ice cream, it's real good. If anybody needs me after this, that's where you'll find me.
So unfortunately, we can't get any of the Gaia level 7 spells because we only have Black Mage access. We don't have the Black Wizard access. That does allow us to get the on-rack location level 7 spells, the second slot. And Bad Moogle gifted a tier 1 sub to Wendy's. Thank you, Bad Moogle, for doing that. You are...
that's good.
You are the best.
That made my day. Thank you, Bad Moogle. I hope Wendy's enjoys their tier 1 sub to SG for all their speed gaming needs.
The topping. Oh.
We found us a Sarda. Drum roll, please. Hi, and it's money.
Thanks, Sarda.
And Spellzapp this time finding Titan's East has his ruby. Didn't happen when he found Titan's West before.
There's a blue dragon. We're gonna run from it though. Thanks to the Encounter 8 fixes that we got changed in the encounter mapping, we're able to see blue dragons and T-Rexes and things like that now. So the Encounter 8 is now available. Herb turning.
Yeah, TC just found her key. He's turning in his for an ice +1 staff.
Hashtag worth.
Not to Spellzapp because he reset out of it. He did not see the value. Said no thank you. Hey, we found there's a Kraken.
Alright, so Kraken has 1600 HP at the minimum.
Let's hope Brack works better than Quake did.
1600 HP at the minimum. Up to 3200 HP. Hooray!
Right side, if we get through it, that's 4 shards that we don't have to look for otherwise. But again,
he's using his Brack. He's using his precious Brack. He's gonna need it
what
against Kraken.
What are you doing?
He already had a hard enough time casting casting Cake on Lich. Now we're going to use up all of our Brack spells. Oh no!
Our Brack and supercharges, you madman!
You madman!
Craziness.
It's fine. We have Xfer and the Cake strats. All right, going for his second Fiend kill. What do we got going on here? He's gonna cast Ruse. He's gonna try and cast the Brack. Ooh, wow! Kraken doesn't hit very hard. That's 1 Brack down. 4 more to go. There's a much harder hit. Cure 4 comes out, perfect timing. Brack comes out. Hey,
got there. Brack officially working better than Cake does today. So we're headed down. We'll do some keylock chest. Looking for our last. I'm trying to think exactly how many shards. He menued so fast it's hard to count all the little tiny. Alright, we need 4 shards. There we go.
4 shards away from Gomo. There's a Fire 3 hammer. Hello. So that's a Tiamat kill. Technically, Masa +3 hanging out in the dwarves.
There you go, White Mage.
We know where Tiamat is. We just have to get through the War Mech, and that's technically all 4 shards for Spellzapp.
I mean, if you can get through the War Mech, the experience you're gonna get from that is gonna be great and give you much needed levels. It's just you gotta get through it is all. But it looks like we're headed to the Eye, so if he does go to War Mech, he's gonna go a little more prepared than he currently is.
All right, so we're looking. Yeah, so little grind there. Crab Cake's gonna turn in the key. She's going to get her great equipment down here. I believe she's in. I don't know what her shard count is. Let's see if we can find it here.
I saw it a minute ago. She needs quite a few more.
Yeah, she needs about 12.
Why did they got a menu so fast? 12. Looks like
15.
Yeah.
So 15 more shards for Crab Cakes, 4 more for Spellzapp. He's gaining levels. He's gonna go do. He's gonna go do Tiamat there. Tiamat is in, where was it? I think Canaria, right? Yep. A Canaria Castle leads into Temple or into Tiamat, which the required war mech is hanging out. Required war mech, for anybody who doesn't know, gives us a preview as we get harayed.
Right,
The war mech gives us a preview
bobbing and
of
weaving.
what the Fiends in Temple Fiends Revisited has. It basically shares all the spells and skills in a pool with all of them. So we can see if there's any nukes in the pool or taken out of the pool. Nuclear, slow 2, cure 4, the zap. There's 2 zaps in the pool, I'm sorry. So
One on the screen.
That's right. Yeah. A lot of spells and a lot of spells and things that we get to kind of see if he decides to take on Warmech. Now the downside is Warmech is 1,000 HP, resists everything, high MDef, 1,000 HP vanilla. So that means he's got 2,000 to 4,000 HP in this flag set.
It looks like we're about to find out what everything Warmech has, because we've got a Spellzapp. Yep.
So we're about to see the Bridge of Destiny. We're going to see the Robot Chicken Warmech. Let's get some robot emotes out in chat for our Lord and Savior Robot Chicken Warmech. Let's get him in chat there for it, because we're about to see it. Let's see what kind of nastiness we're about to find here.
We gotta fight a Nacho first.
Well, you know, we were hungry, okay?
It's a little
That was
bit
a
of
long walk.
It's a pre-fight meal.
Tempering. We are going to go White Samurai strats, bruising up the White Mage. We're going to temper up the White Mage. So Spellzapp did not find Elflin yet. Doesn't have fast. So unfortunately not a fasted White Samurai. That's Swirl, non-elemental, does a good amount of damage. Lit 2, not going to do a whole lot. Excalibur actually hit pretty good there. Crack comes out.
Thank goodness we've got 2 ribbons.
So I was gonna say is the the non-buffed Excalibur was doing more damage than the Masa with a bunch of tempers. Nuclear just came out, so we know Nuclear is out of the pool. Fire 3, some more chip damage. We're still trying to punch through. We've got to be close to the minimum HP of Warmech here. Very close. Oh, this is a chonky Warmech. 226. Blaze comes out.
I fear I'm gonna jinx it if I see he's not really doing much other than casting the. Oh well, there we go. Nothing left to jinx, because we are down a Warmech.
The White Samurai succeeds, able to take it out. Ooh, T-Man with fast. Hey, kind of teasing Spellzapp. Haha, I have fast, you don't.
1 Brack. This rate, I feel like we should just count everything to see if it's gonna work. 2 Bracks.
3 Bracks. Fire 2.
CC with Frosties in disguise.
Oh, we're at 4 Bracks. 5 Bracks.
Oh my gosh.
So for anybody who doesn't know, T-Bat's actually weak to the poison element, and so this has actually got a very good chance of hitting. Yeah. So now we're on to Bane, which is worse chance of hitting, but it's still part of the poison element. Good news is Tiamat's not really doing much. Bane number 2, ineffective. See, when you're just that good of a runner, RNG says you cannot have instant kill spells work. I think that's what it is.
It sure is saying that today. Because, holy moly. Are they just saying nope?
Wow.
We got one Bane left.
You know, if he wipes here, he's got to take on Warmech all over again. I don't think it's going to happen. But we've already gone through the spell list on Tiamat now.
At least, thankfully, he's there. Hey, the last one landed. There we go.
All right, so for anybody who didn't know, that just kind of witnessed the little play that Spellzapp did there, he kind of waited a little bit. He changed his RNG with FFR. There is sometimes a thing where you kind of get into like an RNG loop kind of a thing where if you time out or if you time your inputs at the same time, you can sometimes get yourself into an RNG loop, which in this case can hurt you because Brack misses all the time, Bane misses all the time. So what he does is he kind of waits a little bit, hopes to change it up a little bit. So...
And with that Tia kill, he got his last 4 shards, and into Temple of Fiends Revisited we go.
Yeah, 1 hour, 19 minutes, 6 seconds, 5 Bracks later, 10 Banes, and a whole bunch of cakes, and he's finally entering in Temple of Fiends Revisited.
Sounds like a crazy party was had.
And our first spike tile is going to be Grimps. Woohoo! Is he going to do validation? He doesn't need to.
Never do validation. And I mean, now it's not as big of a deal as with if you have the auto sort flag on. However, anytime I ever check validation, it always throws my heals off, which I'll line up for faster healing going into Topher. And without doubt, I will get a cabin, a house, a tent, some sort of housing, anything. And it throws me off, and my menuing is just awful, healing the rest of Topher, and then I'm cranky, and it's bad. So I never check validation.
So we're about to see Kraken 1 on the right-hand side here. Obviously, Spellzapp had much better luck, was able to land Brack on the second or third time. Kraken did not hit very hard, didn't roll up very nastily, so Crabcake should have a decent time, but also RNG could be not in her favor. Hopefully it is. We're able to defeat Kraken, get herself going here. She's at about 23 shards. Gonna put the white mage up front. We're gonna cast Ruse with a Brack. We're hoping to use that white mage to kind of tank a little bit here. First Brack misses. Kraken does Kraken things. Targets the back row. Says, I don't like that Brack at all. Doesn't matter. Crabcake says, take your Brack, and I'm gonna eat some sushi tonight.
Yeah, she is 5 jewels short. Which she also knows where Tia is, which will get her 4. So if she takes that, only needs 1. If she takes the Tia fight.
You know what's funny? He's up for like 8 now on cakes. He still hasn't landed a single cake on Lich yet. He's given up. He's given up on cake.
I mean, at this point, can you really blame him?
I really can't. I mean, it's just funny though, because I'm always a proponent. I'm always like, you got a cake, Lich. It saves time. And I have never seen that bad of RNG.
Not just once, but twice.
Hey, look who's in chat. Melee Wizard. Hey, Melee Wizard. Welcome to FFR Irongol Heavy Metal Championship. And he says Lich is on a diet. It would appear so. Cake was not in the 6 hits for 324. Carry 2, not very happy. So we got a Cure 4 already. That ninja is going to go down. Cure 4 gets wasted. We're not looking good here. A 6-hit carry is not very good for our HP. Okay, so a sneeze and we go down.
Oh, okay.
Luckily, this sneeze missed.
We had a tissue up and blocked it.
There's the crit through pretty good evade. We're still swinging. Oh man, this carry is not being nice. That's a crit away from death. And that's a lot of Cure 4s he's got to spend already. Crab Cake's on the right-hand side, grinding.
Like, we're seeing this out of carry. I am worried about the rest of Topher.
Yeah, because all the spells that he's got to spend now, he's not going to have later. He's down to 4 Cure 4s. He doesn't have Fast because he never found Elflin, which was behind the rod lock. Crab Cakes is the only one who found it. So, I mean, that's one advantage for Crab Cakes here. Unfortunately, she is behind. She's at 27... what is it, jewels? Or shards, if you want to call it. So she's got a bit to go. She's still grinding, so plenty of time for Spellzapp here. And, alright. Here is, well, second gatekeeper of sorts. The carry kind of did a decent job of using up a lot of resources. Now we have the true resource waster. Kraken 2. 900 base HP. Obviously now is 1800 base, or at the minimum. Hits like a truck. Thankfully, casting spells.
Yeah, if he could just keep that up, it'd be real nice.
Okay. Lit 2. Thanks, Lit 2. I'm so glad. You know the best part about Kraken 2 is... Oh, never mind. I feel like I just called that. I feel like I called that. You know the best part of Kraken 2 is? Nuke to your face.
Oh, that was real unfortunate to see, but my goodness, was that timing perfect.
And there's Kraken 10 hits. Oh, that's another nuke. Hello.
Let's say that was 2 nukes, so 2 nukes in Blizzard.
Best part of Kraken 2 is 2 nukes in the morning.
Like 2 nukes to your face. Oh, and thunder. Oh, he just keeps getting better and better.
So we're going to get around to that nuke very quickly here. This is a very No, we're not going to. The White Samurai proves once again at high clamps. The White Samurai does amazing work. We are through. We're looking good. 2 nuclears are out of the pool. A nuclear is out of the pool because we've seen that out of Warmech. And we've seen at least 1 zap. We're not too worried about the zaps because we have ribbons on all of our light warriors. Right-hand side, the Challenger Crab Cakes. About 5 shards away from go mode. Grinding. Looking, I think, better on the levels in general. Tiamat's got 5 hits, but still can't one-shot Dan the Ninja, so looking all right. He's kind of the sacrificial meat shield at this point. Just needs to take some shots, allow us to keep those ruse stacks for as long as possible, and there goes Dan. Dan, you had 1 job.
Like, the unfortunate timing of the Cure 4s in the, like, on Spellzapp side is just rough.
That's 5 hits for 466. Now he has to make a choice. Zap comes out. Great timing instead of a punch. Allows us to Cure 4. We have no Cure 4s. We have to spend that ruse stack now.
Yeah, which I think he was trying not to do because, that's it. Like, he won't have that now going into the Chaos fight. Nah, it's a bit rough.
Yeah, now he's got no Cure 4s going into Chaos. He's got no ruses going into Chaos. and he doesn't have the fast. Crab Cake's one Tiamat kill away. There's the Gear 4 by Tiamat. That is a heartbreaker.
Oh, that feels real bad.
We're gonna Exfer. Ineffective. What is he doing with the Exfer? What's he gonna do? Right hand side, Warmax being pulled by Crab Cakes, the challenger.
Oh, we are defenseless and casting mute.
Oh,
well, we found the other nuke.
So the Exfer into mute. We're trying to prevent the Cure 4 so we can take out Tiamat. Right hand side, Warmack, the challenger. The champion spells up on the left hand side, opens the door, gives Crab Cakes, the challenger, a chance. Has to take on Warmack. Has to take on Tiamat. Will she have better RNG, be able to brack Tiamat quickly? Crack comes out, misses everybody. We're looking pretty good here by Crab Cakes. Big swing. Unfortunately, Crab Cakes still not able to take down. There it is. Katana works. Katana works. That is a level 42 white mage and ninja.
Up her about 4 to 5 levels. Okay. Above what Spellzapp went in, because he's right now 39, 36. He went in around mid 30s on both. So, question is that extra 5-ish levels or so going to be enough to get through Topher?
Well, so one of the important things here, Brack number 2 misses. Both of our runners' Bracks are not working on the ones that are truly weak against spells. Although Crab Cakes had a little better chance with the cake spell landing. Or no, she actually just punched through, if I remember correctly. But the one big difference here, you can see it on Crab Cakes' menuing. When you look at her spells on her ninja, she's got the fast spell.
That's
Doubles your swings on your current weapon. So if your Excalibur, she's using the Katana +2. So if you've got 5 base hits, that's up to 10 base hits. Obviously, we have to take into account the evade of the enemy, but doubling your swing count is huge. Allows you to crit more. Allows you to punch through those heavily armored fiends that we're running into. Fade coming out. Spellzapp left-hand side obviously wiped, unfortunately. We have 2 nukes on Kraken's side. We have a nuke on Tiamat 2 side, along with a Cure 4. Tiamat, I think, actually hits a little harder than Kraken. But either way, both of the beings cannot one-shot our light warriors, so that's a plus. But with Temple Fiends being long, the problem is it's a resource drain. Carry 2 has 6 hits. Crab Cakes finishes off Tiamat. Going to be in go mode here shortly. We're going to have a race that's going to be separated by about a minute and a half, depending on how much she needs to buy here.
Just about. Okay, yeah, she did get... Okay, I knew she needed 4, but I wasn't sure if she got 1 extra. So yeah, with that T kill, put her at her 32 shards, jewels, whatever, the jewels, the fun name we have for them today. And yeah, she's headed in around a minute or so after. And like you said, her having fast is going to make these fights easier. It's going to make them a little faster. So she may be behind, but she may not be behind for long. It's gonna be real close.
Oh, it definitely is. That's right, and you can see it in the middle of your monitor, your TV screen, whatever you're looking at on the bottom side, in between our 2 runners' tracker spots. It's the FFR Irongol Heavy Metal Championship left side. The champion Spellzapp up against the challenger, Crab Cakes on the right-hand side. Both of them fantastic runners. We got validation checks by Crab Cakes. Unfortunately, it's nothing. But hey, it could have been something good. Might have been a power bonk. So, advantages, disadvantages. You just talked about it. You know, right-hand side, Crab Cakes has the fast spell. Left-hand side, Spellzapp has the knowledge of what is in store on all the fiends, except for Chaos, obviously. But he knows where the nukes are. He knows where the Cure 4 is hidden. He knows that Carry 2 hurts a lot. That's some pretty good information to have.
Speaking of hurts a lot, those earths, holy moly. They...
Oh, you know what? And Brooms does a great job of pointing it out there. For you guys that don't know, these guys, if you missed it, 1 and 2 in spring tournament. I'm not going to spoil who won or not. You can look it up on SpeedGaming's YouTube. FFR also has a YouTube that's centralized all the locations. We work with all of our broadcast partners, centralized all the FFR content, so you can take a look that way. You'll be able to see their match. It was epic. So make sure to check that out also. Lich goes down. Yeah, all 3. Spellzapp decides not to cake, says, I got a Masa +3. I'm going to just punch you down because my RNG is awful. And apparently Lich is on a diet. Earth Elementals, over 700 HP.
Oh, yeah. And they hit real hard.
That was over 700. Spellzapp feels the pressure, knows how good Crab Cakes is, knows that that wipe was a great chance to win it. Wasn't able to. Let's see, can we get RNG? Can we get that Cure 4 off? Carrie says, I'm going to give you a free turn, cast ink. Our ribbons ignore the dirt to the eyes or the ink to the eyes. We're not blinded. The cute hat protects us. Big swing Bassa, big swing Excalibur, 5 hits, 323. Spellzapp able to take care of Carry 2. Carry 2, we got a lot better RNG against Carry 2 there. We didn't get the back-to-back melees that punched us out. Crab Cakes. Oh, go ahead.
That second Carry 2 fight went much better for Spellzapp than his first one did.
Oh, you are absolutely right there. Oh no, that's the trance lobsters. That's non-elemental. Yes, we have the inverted MDef, but trance is non-elemental. That goes up against our MDef. Thankfully, we're able to escape. We used that ninja to run.
That Dan, he's a good runner.
That Dan
is doing good work.
That's right. Good work. Crab Cake's about to pull Carry 2 for the first time. Kraken 2 pulled on the left-hand side. Kraken 2's got 2 nukes. Carry 2 hits hard. Never mind. Kraken 2 says, see you later, Dan. We didn't see that the first time. Oh, that's not good. We are one-shottable now by Kraken 2 and nukeable. Cure 4, great turn order. Able to now... Okay, nuke is coming very shortly by Kraken 2. Carrie does a big wall up on Dan on Crab Cake's side. We are fully evasive on the left for Spellzapp. 3 hits, 185. Carry 2 goes down right-hand side. We are 1 floor away. Woo! Here we go. Oh, that's a crit through max evade.
I'm not even playing it. I'm nervous.
Spellzapp's got to feel the heat here. 406. Nuke can only go up to 400 damage. We are in nuke range. Bad turn order. Bad. Oh no, he missed menus. Cure 4's the none. Uh-oh. Good turn order. Able to get through. Kraken still trying to punch. This is good. We know it's got 2 nukes in the chamber. Crab Cakes. Moments away. There's a nuclear. That's the second nuclear we found. There's the nuke. We're in nuke range. We know that another nuke's coming. Get turn order again. Able to make it through. Oh, both Krakens are being pulled. White Samurai's being used on both of our runners. Both runners get inked at the same time. More. Oh, Invis 2. That was another big pickup for Crab Cakes there, able to keep up that ninja big pickup there. Blizzard coming out. We are nukeable still on the left-hand side. Right-hand side, we're looking pretty good. We're still trying to punch through that Kraken. That Kraken's got 1800 HP. Finally punches through. White Samurai strats work. One knee for Dan on the right-hand side for Spellzapp. We're tempering up. We're going to get that White Samurai punch, and here we go. Thunder comes out. Dan goes down. Big hit for 359. 369. Come on. 507.
The difference that level 3 fast is making is evident in that fight.
Oh, yeah. And that Invis 2. That Invis 2 kept up Dan long enough to be able to cast those tempers. That was huge because she picked it up in that level 8 spell. You can see it. Tiamat, we know hits hard. No has 1 nuke in the chamber. Has the Cure 4 in the chamber also. Fast comes out. Both of them are taking on Tiamat 2. The last fiend before Chaos. More tempers coming out. We got to get through that absorb, that armor of Tiamat. Big shot by Tiamat on the right-hand side. Both Dans at about 210 HP. Locks coming out on the right-hand side. We're going to making Tiamat less evasive. Left-hand side. Ninja goes down. Big swing by the Masa there. Oh.
In Bane, did we even see that the first time?
Yeah, but it wasn't that big of a difference because they've got the ribbons and stuff like that. So White Samurai versus White Samurai. Cure 4 comes out, ruins the poor spells. There's a nuke. Right-hand side, 8 hits. That's the difference right there. Right-hand side, Crab Cakes is getting 8 swings. Will we see Cure 4? It's coming up after that Bane. Big hit on the left-hand side by Spellzapp. Come on, big hit, 498.
Got the Cure 4 on Crab Cakes' side.
Oh no, so both of them have gone through it. We are just going through spells so quickly here on our runners. We need to get that RNG loop. Left-hand side, Spellzapp's able to get through. Oh my goodness. Will he hold on to his championship belt? Crab Cake's not making it easy here. Punching through. RNG loop, 8 hits, 380, possibly. No, it was different, but she got through. Both runners. Matter of, what, 15 seconds?
I don't know, but I'm sure DVS does, because 14! See, check chat. DVS is on it. Best tracker ever. Ooh.
14 seconds. Ruse is coming out. We are active. One is going... What do we got here? We are going White Samurai. Ruse... Okay, so we're going to put the White Mage on left side up front. We're going to use that Ruse. We got more tempers. We got Expert coming out. Ineffective. Right-hand side. Both of them are going to use the White Samurai. Nope. The Fast is coming out on the Ninja for Crab Cake side. The Fast was a big deal here. Slain on Dan on the left-hand side. Spellzapp missing a lot of shots here. This is not good. Longer that Dan for Crab Cakes is able to stay up is more beneficial for Crab Cakes. Might be able to win it because of it, because she has the locks and the tempers. 2 hits for 213 for Spellzapp. Chaos has anywhere between 4,000 and 8,000 HP.
Oh goodness, that's a lot.
4,000 to 8,000 damage or HP. That's a big thing between these two runners. 8 hits, the Fast working very well. Spellzapp down on his knees, 90 HP. Good news is we don't have to worry about any nukes. Maybe a nuclear, doesn't matter. We get good turn order. But Chaos does hit kind of hard there when you don't have enough ruses. Inferno, heavy damage on right-hand side. Cure 3 coming out, so we're going to try and keep up the Ninja as much as possible. Look at that, 2,000 damage by the Katana. The wall, or the Fast with the tempers on the Ninja. Look at the Ninja doing work. Great change up by Crab Cakes using the Katana. 5 hits for 506. Big hit, 1,000 Crab Cakes. Wow, she takes it. Crab Cakes has dethroned the Spellzapp on the right hand side. GG to Crab Cakes. Wow.
Gee, indeed.
Fast and a katana too, and tempers and stuff like that. Look at that katana just doing work. Amazing fight here. Spellzapp on the left hand side still trying to take out. There it is.
There we go.
So about 30 seconds.
Just about, yeah.
30 seconds. So
That's
she joined the chaos fight 14 seconds late?
Which, yeah, according to our tracker, 14, hit chaos about 14 seconds behind.
So 14 seconds behind, wins it by about 30 seconds? Craziness. What a race by these two. I told you it was going to be a battle of the heavyweights. You told everybody it was going to be the battle of the heavyweights. It lived up to it.
Oh, it so did. I don't think, I'm like, my nerves, like, I'm all like, you think I was playing? My goodness. Holy cow.
DVS is like, what do you mean 14 seconds? I'm like, 14 seconds from the Tiamat 2 kills. And then I thought it was 20. I was going off of their time on here. But yeah, the official times, Crab Cakes 142.02, Spellzapp 142.29. So as DVS was pointing out in chat, it was a 27-second difference according to FFR bot. Whew. Danny, we've done it. We have made it through a thrilling match. Crab Cakes held on to her Money in the Bank challenge, held on to it, brought it out, and said, you all can't dethrone Spellzapp, so I'll do it. And that's what she did. All hail Crab Cakes. That's all I know. For all you out there, thank you for watching. We're going to see if Spellzapp will join us in an interview. We'll see how he feels and stuff like that. Crab Cakes doesn't normally do interviews, but she usually joins into chat to talk with everybody. So just hang out for a little bit and kind of just review what went on here if you just joined. I mean, I don't want to spoil it, but I'm going to spoil it. Spellzapp loses, Crab Cakes wins. The big thing that I have to admit to take away is Crab Cakes was able to make up a lot of time with the fast and the Invis 2 that she got from Elflin and the level 8 spells. So fast really paid off, being able to keep up the ninja because she was a little bit higher level, I believe, compared to Spellzapp. Paid off. It wasn't much leveling, but it was enough to keep them up. So very well done. And obviously with Spellzapp, unfortunately, wiping the first time and having to go through it again, opened up the door. Crab Cake said, thank you. And, was able to win. And you can see Crab Cakes is in chat talking with everybody. GG to you, Crab Cakes, obviously.
Seemingly cannot wait for challenges.
She really, yeah.
Alright, we need to send him a link. Because I don't think he got one.
Entering through the door right now into the broadcast booth. Actually has a bunch of cake in there because Lich did not want any.
Got one.
Like a regular bakery full of cake.
Right? You just offered him every sort of cake there was, and he's like, no, thank you.
Tia was also pretty picky too.
Uh-huh.
Threw out so many bracks, and then the last bane finally comes through.
You went through every brack, every bane, and I look and you go to the last one. It was just like the very last one. I was like, oh, this one's gotta land, right? Because if not, like, come on. Like, what? Who broke the magic in this scene? Because it was, yeah, it was a thing.
Well, it was working great against all the regular enemies. Like, I was bracking things left and right, and then bosses are just nah.
So great match. Obviously, I mean, I'd like to. Whew. So early game, we got black magic or black mage permissions on your thief, which obviously helped out immensely because everything wanted to kill us. Thoughts about, I guess, that early game where, I don't know, everything hit like a truck. I mean, obviously you didn't have much armor because you had the vanilla shops, but
Yeah, it was really more about dodging the bad enemies and finding the good ones. It felt like all of them were kind of bad at the beginning, though, but having magic on the thief probably saved us about an hour.
Oh, yeah.
Because we would have had to find some sort of really easy enemy to kill and then hit it with all sorts of bad weapons or maybe harm. It probably would have been eventually finding those vampires and then harming them because those were rolled really low. But up to that point, we would have been really in dire straits for a while, but that sped it up.
Yeah, and like everything early hit like a truck. We were like, they're just like everything's just hitting you for like 300 or something. And we're just like, why? That's just so rude. Like, did we just run into anything that doesn't just punch you in the face at all? And it seemed like for a good 10-15 minutes, or at least, that was not the case.
I mean, I did give you a Quad X shirt. I mean, that was good early. You could Quad X the Frost Dragons if you wanted. Get some Frosties.
Group trip to Wendy's after this. If anybody's everyone's welcome to come.
The eyes were there. You could Quad X them. Well, see, that was nice. So I guess kind of the big thing that kind of happened here, you ended up being in the air first. The only downside was you didn't have the rod, so you didn't go back through the rod lock, which had Elflin, which ended up having fast available.
Yeah, that's I was thinking about where fast was. I felt like levels would be an okay substitute, but I don't think you can really substitute fast. But yeah, I could see that being a difference maker for sure. I probably would have tried to fast up the ninja and maybe take out some of the earlier bosses with fast, and then maybe save those ruses for later. And then, I mean, once you start on Kraken, then you do fast on White Mage and defense up. But yeah, I mean, that would have helped for sure. Yeah.
I mean, that kind of obviously you went through Temple of Fiends Revisited first. You wiped out of it on Team-It because it showed the Cure 4. You tried the X for Mute just to try and give yourself a chance. But yeah, that's when Crabcakes came in with the fast and really showed the power of having double hits. And then when she got to Chaos, you kind of were more sold on the White Mage, it seemed like. Mm-hmm. The White Samurai. She was able to keep up her ninja and used the katana that was able to just roll through.
Yeah. I kind of just never bought Invis 2, which was the problem. I should have done that, of course, but then I could have kept the ninja alive. Basically, I just kind of forgot about Invis 2 and just sort of focused in on ruse. And so that kind of led me just to do the one kind of White Mage strategy and kind of tunnel in on that really hard. But
right. No, I mean, because like on your first dive, and obviously I'm going to ask you some questions too, Crappy, if you don't mind. Your first dive through, you unfortunately, like the carry 2 fight, the first time you went through, kind of put you on the back heels and made you spend a lot of ruses early, a lot of Cure 4s early. And then you went to Kraken 2, had to spend more of that stuff. Then you tried to, become economic about it, and Tiamat 2 said, "Nuh-uh, you got to spend it," and then obviously wiped out of it.
Yeah, and I was really mad when I saw that Carrie actually had skills. First time through, she was just beating me down.
Yeah, that second time through was a much different fight than the first one.
And then the flip flop for Kraken, where he's casted the entire time, and then second time through he hit, but luckily I got the bruises up.
Yeah, so crab kicks, I guess, kind of. I mean, I don't know. I mean, obviously, I kind of got Spellzapps, and we kind of heard a little bit about, your take on the early encounters in the chat about it. But how'd you feel for the majority of the game? Did you feel ahead? Did you feel behind the entire time? Kind of between? Because obviously, you two know each other pretty well in the sense of FFR, obviously battle in spring tournament and stuff like that. You guys know each other's play style, you know. Did you feel ahead, behind?
Sorry, was that to me or Crab Cakes?
That was Crab Cakes.
Okay.
Sorry. I figured I'd ask. And so Crab Cakes responds, after ship and canal was pretty good, but getting those was horrible. Agreed. Oh no, that was to you, Crab Cakes. And getting the Quad X hammer, yeah, the Quad X was really good. Yeah, that's true. I'm kind of answering because I saw you responding, but yeah. So Crab Cakes, I was just wondering, kind of, if you felt ahead or behind, pre-airship, post-airship. And I'll kind of talk just to kind of respond so people on YouTube, when they answer back, and kind of know what you're doing. While she does that, for anybody out there, this was an Irongol Heavy Metal Championship. The was reigning champion Spellzapp lost by 27 seconds to the Money in the Bank now champion Crab Cakes. And we saw a lot of RNG fest going on where Cake didn't want to work on Lich, Brack didn't want to work on Tiamat. A lot of hearts were broken.
Didn't want to work either.
Yeah, that's right. But to answer my question there, Crab Cakes, to answer my question, thought she might be ahead getting to the airship because she got good RNG digging ship and canal out. Felt a little behind after some dumb deaths and grinded a little bit higher, knowing that grinding higher than what Spellzapp would do. So kind of paid out also, because I think you saved a lot of time on the the Warmech in the Tiamat fight. So that was really good also. So great battle altogether for both of you. Danny, I know I've been kind of talking here. Do you want to ask any questions before I hog the mic and everybody yells at me?
Yeah. I'm not gonna yell at you. You do good work, then. Woo.
Yes.
No, I think you covered a lot of it. I think it was funny watching, like, kind of the beginning, just like the kind of the flip flop, like the way they cleared areas. One would do one, and then while the other ones do another one, and a couple minutes later it was the complete opposite. So it was really hard telling until Spells got in the air who may even have even the slightest bit of advantage. But yeah, that was really exciting to watch. I knew there was definitely a bit of advantage at the time that Spellzapp went into Topher first, because there was a good bit of a lead. But as soon as, like, that wipe happened, I saw how close they were, and I was like, oh, we are in for a Topher dive. And boy, were we. My nerves watching that were so bad, you think I was playing. But it was a lot of fun, and I'm glad I got to do comms and stuff and watch it. So yeah, GG to Crab Caves, our new champion, and to our former champion, Spellzapp. You had a good run, sir.
Yeah, all hail our new champion. May she have a long reign and lots of challenges and tons of flags from all sorts of different challengers, and she'll have a lot of fun with it. So big hail to her, and
yep,
GG on that close one.
All right, so I'm going to ask both of you this real quick here. Moving forward with Irongol, obviously, I believe we might be shaking up some of the positions and ranking and stuff like that to kind of reinvigorate stuff, since the SG Live and the Fall League is done. Spellzapp, you have now fallen. Are you reinvigorated, kind of want to move up the ladder? You're going to take a little bit of a break, kind of maybe let CC get a couple matches on her belt and then try and take it away from her, kind of like what she did to you. And then for Crab Cakes, obviously the same thing with you. How are you looking towards the future going up against everybody? Are you looking forward to kind of what they all bring you? Any suggestions for anybody that ends up challenging you as the number one, contender? Kind of flags that you might like or not like, kind of a thing like that. So Spellzapp, if you want to answer that while Crab Cakes responds via chat.
Yeah, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to, in the next Rumble that shakes up all the standings, I'm going to run all white mages. I'm going to get somewhere very low on the ladder, and then I'm just going to fight my way up. One ranking at a time.
Okay, so you're actually going to do it the proper way instead of a lot of what the other memers go, and they go the opposite way, where they always try to go to the very bottom. So you're actually going to work your way up. I like
That's right.
Okay. I just want to let you know that with my 1-0 record against you in spring tournament, you're not getting past me.
Okay, all right, you'll be first on the list then.
And Crab Cakes responds to my question, says she wants to lose immediately. Come on, Crab Cakes. Look, I would love to see more of Crab Cakes running, but I'll take an even longer bathroom. So for DVS once again pushing the ones and twos, reminding us once again, it is a blackout bingo tomorrow night for the Red Anklo Hardcore Irongol thing. I don't know all the details behind it, but it's going to be bingo. Runners at 10 p.m. tomorrow. Thank you.
Yes.
And I don't know all the details behind it, but it's going to be something with bingo. And I believe the runners don't know what the bingo card is going to be until literally they start racing.
Huh?
I don't.
10 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, it's Eastern time. I'm sorry. I don't know all the details. I hate to, try and tell you guys to watch this. But yeah, it's basically the runners will not know what the card is going to be until they go to race. So could be chaotic. Who knows? But it's going to be a lot of fun either way. So that's 10 p.m. tomorrow Eastern time on SpeedGaming.
I'm not sure what the restream will be, but a way to find out if it's going to be restreamed on a broadcast network or if it's just on a multi-link with all the racers, if you join our Discord, we have a real snazzy spectator role you can give yourself, and anytime we have a race, it gets pinged with that spectator role with all the race information for all of our races. So if you don't want to miss one, that's a good way to make sure you don't.
Absolutely right. All right, so I guess Danny, anything, or actually let's go to Spellzapp there if you want to do some final thoughts real quick. And I appreciate you once again for doing these races and, be coming in and chat with us. Crab Cakes, same thing. But Spellzapp, you want to do some final thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I had a great time doing all the races with everybody. I hope I had a kind of a trend-setting championship there where everyone sort of has the mentality of accepting all the flags that everybody gives you. So we get a wide range of all the stuff that the FFR program can offer. And big GG's to Crab Cakes. Looked like it was a good race, so I'm going to have a lot of fun watching that one back.
GG indeed to you, Spellzapp. And you know what? As you pointed out, and I want to highlight once again, Crab Cake or Spellzapp took challenges from everybody, did slight tweaks to any flags, just to make sure that it was finishable and stuff like that. And, survived for how many weeks? Spellzapp. That was, I mean, I think you were undefeated for 10 races, about? You almost reached
No,
double
it wasn't
digits.
that many.
You were close. 7?
The exact amount of races, but I know it's been since the beginning-ish of this year. It's been a while.
Yeah. So either way, congratulations to you, Spellzapp. Now you get to kind of relax and get your revenge on all those racers that were giving you some horrible flags, and now you get to give them horrible flags in return. Crab Cakes, I wish you the best. You're always awesome, and I hope you crush the competition just as mightily as Spellzapp did, even though you say you don't want to. Danny, you want to do some final thoughts?
Sure. Like I said, GD to our new champ, Crab Cakes. All hail the queen. And GD to our former champ, Spellzapp, who y'all put on a heck of a race, and I know everybody watched it, had a lot of fun. Just a quick things I'm gonna plug real quick. Y'all just bear with me. I'm gonna put another link in for our fancy YouTube channel that everybody can check out all our races. We collect all our races from all the different broadcast networks, and we put them there for everybody to find. They're in a nice little playlist and stuff. The Discord, the link is in the chat. If you join our Discord, we have the spectator role. You can get that and catch all of our races. On top of all the other cool things we have going on in our Discord, I know the Irongol Hardcore Championship match was talked about tomorrow. It is at 10 p.m. tomorrow. It is open to anybody who wants to race in it. Our current hardcore champ is Lord Fizzlebeef. Will be defending his title. Caleb, who got second place last week, made the flags. All blackout bingo. Gonna be fun. Sunday is a busy day. We have our Fall League third place race. The Center for Competitive Forfeiting versus Trash Island Fire Department at 1 p.m. Eastern. And then Sunday night at 10 p.m. Eastern starts our Duckling Boot Camp, which is 8 weeks of teaching new players all the different things of different flag sets and getting them ready for our Duckling Boot Camp, which will be about mid to late January. Every Sunday, 8 weeks, 10 p.m., followed by the Duckling Weekly the next day with the following flags so you can practice. It's going to be a lot of fun. Join the Discord. All the information for all those things are there. And yeah, other than that, just thanks to SpeedGaming again for having us tonight. You guys are always great. DVFs for tracking, who did a spectacular job of just keeping information straight, making me and Dangly sound like we know what we're talking about when sometimes we don't. And to Dang, the woo to my wheels. Commentary with you is always a blast, and I had a darn good time tonight, so thank you for doing comms.
Thank you for doing comms, because we totally just talked while I was at work, and I was like, hey, we should do comms, and he said, okay, so I appreciate you doing that. All right. That's Danny, the wheels. I'm the woo. We are getting out of here, giving SpeedGaming their channel back. I hope you enjoyed another Final Fantasy Randomizer production. Y'all have a great night. Get us out of here, DVS.